we've covered a lot here, but we haven't talked yet about Hank, your dog.
Hank. I would have loved to have him here with me today, which I sometimes do, but today he was like passed out, so I kind of left him to sleep.
By the way, my dog Lou is doing the same thing this morning, and I didn't want to disturb him, so I said, have the house. You deserve it.
Have the house. That's kind of cool.
How did Hank enter your life? Why was now the time for a dog?
I don't know. I was always I wanted a dog for a long time, but I didn't want to just kind of decide on it too quick, just because I wanted one. I just wanted it to be in the right moment. But I kind of felt like I don't know why. It was just I was like, yep, I really want a dog, but I want to do it in the right way. So I did a lot of research before I did it. I'm sure a lot of people do that. You start researching, watching so many videos about dogs, and you're like, I think I'm ready. Funniest thing, first day he comes, I don't know what to do. I'm like, and Hank's like, I'm scared of you, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I don't know. Why do I feel like, I'm so uneducated about it when I feel like I've studied for the past month about dogs.
By the way, that is parenthood. I think that is that is being a parent or having a responsibility, a responsibility that is a thing that is in addition to yourself. Do you know what I mean? Whether that be a kid or a cat or a dog, this thing doesn't have thumbs. You are Hank's thumbs. He needs you for everything.
I know. And it's every day I'm like, oh my God, is this what I'll be like when I have a child? It's the weirdest thing.
The answer is could be, but also Hank prepares you for that moment, you know?
Yeah, I know. I'm like, oh my God, I feel like I've already had a son, so it's next son, bring it on, which is weird. I shouldn't be talking about having children right now, but I don't know why. It's will I be like this when I have my first child? It's weird. Weird.
By the way, I think the same thing all the time, and my friends will see me interact with my dog, and I'll let my dog run me. You know, I spoil him, he walks me, I don't walk him, and my friends are nervous for what a human child will be like that I help create. So
true, so true. I'm and I talk to him what's something make me baby, I love you so much. And I'm like, oh my gosh, people are gonna think I'm the weirdest person. And the funny thing is, I always look at my dog and I'm like, he's such a genius. I think he's a genius. He's and everybody's all he did was sit down and hand. That's all he did. And what do you mean he's a genius?
I am also convinced that my dog is the smartest dog, and he can understand me. He understands words, and if he only had thumbs, he'd be able to run the world. I'm convinced of it.
So true. I totally understand what that feels like.
But by the way, see, this is a part of it. Don't you want to be your kid's biggest fan? You are Hank's biggest fan. Well, if I remember correctly, your dad wanted you out of the house at a certain point because you sang too much, but I'm assuming he's still your biggest fan.
I hope so. I hope that is the case.
Well, at least you probably have Alice, your sister, and you
yeah.
But you want to be your kid's biggest fan, right? Your mom.
I know, but then now, recently, I've had a lot of work, and so my mom has been taking care of Hank a lot. So nowadays, I think he kind of likes my mom a bit more, and which it breaks my heart. I feel so down when my dog kind of wags his tail towards my mom and he kind of ignores me. I'm like, ouch. I feel heartbroken. I think I could record a song right now. I'll be bring it on, all the sad songs. Seriously, I'm
where did this emotion come from? My dog left me for my mom.
So oh my God, it breaks my heart the most these days. When he likes my mom over me, I'm like,
but the truth is, when you're back in his life, there's nothing like your smell. My dog lived with my parents for 2 months, and when he saw me again, he freaked out. He peed himself. He was so excited because that's what geniuses do, I hear.
Yeah. Genius
come on,
right there.
Geniuses pee themselves.
But yeah, he freaked out. So there's nothing like your smell. Don't worry. He'll come back to you. Hank will always love you.
I hope so. Thank you for saying that.